I do. I remember that vividly, actually, yes.
All right, we're cool, man. All right, well, besides that, another question. I've always just been wondering about this since it happened. I'll just say, speaking of happiness, really curious about like whatever happened to that track. I guess, you know, there was maybe some copyright or sample issues. And then beyond that, have you dealt with more, I guess, just issues? I've heard people coming out of the woodwork and contacting you about, you know, stuff like that. I've always just been curious about your issues or dealing with that stuff.
Yeah, good. That's an awesome question, actually. I put out 7 records, 4 records, 3 EPs, whatever. They're long EPs that have, you know, cumulative hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of samples, and it's like the speaking of happiness one that you brought up was the first email I got from a law firm about a sample saying you need to give us a lot of money. And I'd always been under the impression that I'm giving out my music for free, this sample issue is not really gonna affect me. And it wasn't why I gave my music out for free, but it was like I just had kind of had this blind hope that it wouldn't be a big deal, but turns out that I did have to settle on that song, and it's funny because that song has all kinds of live instrumentation and live drums and other samples, and this one sample that happens a couple times throughout the track. I had to take it off the album. Like I literally had to pull that song off the record. So it's like this. Yeah. It's like this rare B-side now that like only some people have, like the people who downloaded the record early, you know. And I had to pay, you know. And what's unfortunate is that I had to pay some major record label. I wasn't paying the artist. I wasn't paying the person who wrote it. I was paying a law firm and a major record label, which kind of bummed me out. And yeah, since then, more things have come, but I've tried to take an approach on it where I turn it into a positive thing. And communicate to people that I'm really trying to breathe life into their music and bring it to a new audience and extend its longevity. For example, Syl Johnson is an old soul artist who I've sampled a few times.
Love You Left Behind, boy!
He knows what's up.
Brett, Brett should be
where's that track at? That's another one people have been asking about. What's that one at, boy?
Yeah, that's what's up. And so Syl came to us, and it was at first kind of like, you sample my music, you need to pay me a bunch of money, and then we ended up working it out where now I'm going to, you know, part of the deal is that he wants me to sample more of his music in the future on, you know, future tracks, and he likes it. He just, you know, wanted the props, and he deserves the props, you know. So like So Much in the Dark, like that horn line is a Syl Johnson sample, and Looking for Love, the guitar and the the break and the vocals are a Syl sample. Anyway, yeah, I really try to turn it into a positive thing, and whenever I can, make sure that the artist or the families of the artists are the ones receiving any sort of settlement on a sample issue.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I've heard, that the rights can just be passed on to like family members, or even just, you know, it doesn't have to be a recording, you know, big industry. It could just be a family member that says it's okay after they're gone or whatever.
And that's the best situation, you know, if the artist has passed. I'd much rather deal with their family than you know, a major label or something. But really, really cool question. Thank you.